Conceived by Jean Bugatti, the Type 57 Atlantic represents the pinnacle of pre-war automotive engineering and elegance.
Hello.
I know where the car is. The Raven.
Meet me at the docks tonight, alone.
Oh my God, look at that!
It's perfect.
I can't believe we actually found it.
We approach the car slowly. almost respectfully.
Dust, cobwebs, and decades of grime covered the body.
Polishing restored the car's former glory. The car rolled into the sunlight again. A revived legend stood once again.
We began by documenting every visible detail. The headlights were clouded, their glass dulled by time. The chrome trim had lost its shine, showing patches of corrosion and pitting. Rust had begun creeping along the lower edges of the doors and wheel arches. The tires were cracked and flat, likely unchanged for decades. Every inch of the car told a story, not just of age, but of history, engineering, and forgotten prestige. Opening the door for the first time felt like unlocking a time capsule. The hinges creaked under the strain of age. Inside, the interior was worn but astonishingly intact. The leather seats were dry, cracked, and faded, yet still carried the faint scent of vintage upholstery. The wooden dashboard, though dulled, retained its elegant craftsmanship. Dust coated the gauges, but their classic typography and brass detailing hinted at the precision engineering of a bygone era. We examined the steering wheel, a beautifully aged circle of history. The instrument cluster, though silent, looked like it was still waiting to tell stories of roaring roads and high-speed ambition. Every switch, dial, and pedal was carefully photographed and labeled, preserving authenticity before restoration began. Next came the engine bay. Slowly lifting the hood revealed the heart of the Atlantic, a complex and historic mechanical masterpiece. The engine was covered in dust, oil residue, and corrosion. Rubber hoses had hardened and cracked. Metal components bore surface rust, and wiring insulation showed signs of age and brittleness. Despite this, the engine bay remained remarkably complete, a miracle considering how often rare cars are stripped for parts over time. We tested fluid levels, examined seals, and assessed the condition of the fuel system. The old gasoline had long since degraded into a foul-smelling sludge, clogging lines and tanks. The carburetor would need a complete teardown. The cooling system was dry and compromised. The brakes, once a marvel of engineering, would require a full rebuild to ensure safety and functionality. Before any mechanical work could begin, the car needed a careful cleaning, not a harsh power wash, but a gentle, preservation-focused process. Using soft brushes, microfiber cloths, and compressed air, we slowly removed layers of dust from the body. Each movement was slow, controlled, and deliberate, creating a soothing ASMR rhythm. Brush strokes across metal, soft wiping across glass, the subtle crumble of old dirt releasing from chrome. As the grime faded, the original paint began to reappear. Beneath years of neglect lay remnants of deep, rich color, a reminder of how breathtaking this machine once looked. Small imperfections, scratches, and patina were preserved intentionally. These weren't flaws. They were proof of authenticity, a record of the car's journey through time. We then shifted focus to the interior restoration. Loose debris was carefully vacuumed. Old fabric was gently brushed rather than replaced, maintaining originality. Leather conditioner was applied to revive cracked seats, bringing back softness and preventing further deterioration. The dashboard would receive a slow polish, revealing hidden warmth beneath its faded surface. Next came mechanical revival, the most delicate stage. The engine was not forced to start. Instead, it was methodically prepared for rebirth. Spark plugs were removed. Cylinders were inspected. Components were lubricated to prevent damage. The fuel tank was drained, cleaned, and flushed. Filters were replaced. The carburetor was disassembled, cleaned, and reassembled with precision. Electrical wiring was inspected line by line. Brittle insulation was repaired. Connections were cleaned. Grounds were reinforced. Every step balanced modernization for safety while preserving vintage authenticity. The braking system was rebuilt with extreme caution. Old brake lines were replaced. Calipers and drums were cleaned and restored. Fluids were refilled with care. Suspension components were checked to ensure stability after decades of inactivity. With systems slowly coming back to life, we prepared for the moment everyone dreams of, the first attempt to start the engine. Fresh fuel was added. The battery was connected. The ignition key, worn from decades of history, was inserted and turned with cautious anticipation. At first, nothing happened. A pause, then a cough, another attempt, a sputter, and suddenly, the engine breathed. A rough idle emerged, shaky at first, like a machine waking from a long sleep. Smoke puffed briefly from the exhaust. The sound wasn't smooth, but it was alive. The heartbeat of a nearly century-old legend had returned. It was a moment of triumph, not just mechanically, but emotionally. We weren't just restoring a car. We were resurrecting a piece of history. With the engine running, we moved on to aesthetic refinement. The exterior received a gentle polish rather than a full repaint, honoring the car's originality. Chrome was restored to a mirror-like glow. Glass was cleaned to clarity. Wheels were refurbished while maintaining period-correct details. Every restoration choice followed one philosophy: preserve the soul, not erase the story. Finally, the Atlantic was rolled into the light, no longer a forgotten relic in darkness, but a revived icon. Its curves reflected sunlight once again. Its engine whispered of power. Its presence commanded awe. This wasn't just a restoration. It was a revival of automotive history. And the final reveal was about to change everything.